basketball games featuring Columbia Academy Bulldogs and your University School Nashville Tigers. At this time, please rise for the singing of our national anthem, today being performed by Kate Vaughn.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice job, Kate.
Welcome back to another USN broadcast. Today I'm joined in the booth by Reed Murray. My name is Aiden Savona, and here we're going to be watching the Columbia Bulldogs face the USN Tigers. Welcome, Reed.
Thanks for introducing me, Aiden. Ready to get underway here, and let's listen to Coach Scout announce the lineups.
Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for Columbia Academy. Number 3, Kennedy Chapman. Number 5, Jacqueline Hickerson. Number 10, Avery Slaughter. Number 11, Isabel Dees. And number 22, Maddie Lewis. And now the starting lineups for your USN Tigers. A sophomore, number 4, Kate Vaughn. A sophomore, number 11, Olivia Hess. A freshman, number 14, Margaret McKay. A sophomore, number 15, Josie Wheeler. And a senior, number 13, Leah Poe.
Today we're going to be watching the USN Tigers face the Columbia Academy Bulldogs. We'll see USN in the white and blue, and the Columbia Academy in the, I guess, darker blue and white. We've seen the Tigers come off a tough couple of losses. Reed, how do you think they're going to change their game plan today?
Well, I think they need to limit mistakes, limit long cross-court passes, just try to keep it simple. I think just try to stay in the game as long as you can. You did it well against FRA for a half. Let's see if they can put it together for 2 halves.
We have the jump ball here, and the Tigers will get the jump ball. Let's see, Leah Payne carrying it to the corner. Passing to Josie Whelan, bringing it back out to top of the key. Back to Leah, out to Olivia, down back to Leah. And the ball gets through to the free throw line. Leah sees, could not quite get Margaret McKay there, and the ball goes out of bounds.
You know, Aiden, I think this game is going to be all about the start, because against Middle Tennessee Christian, USN's fatal flaw was their first quarter. They were down 27-4 at the end of the first. It's not the way you want to start a game, so it's crucial in these first couple possessions. The Tigers come out strong.
That's right. Those first couple possessions definitely set the tone for the game, and an early start will really help them dominate in the future.
yeah, letting Columbia Academy get out to an early lead is definitely not what you need. So good job so far, limiting them on that first possession there, and we'll see if the Tigers can capitalize here.
Leah Payne will bring the ball up the court. Passing to Kate Vaughn. She'll come down to the corner and put up a shot. Nope, no good. The ball goes out of bounds. Those are the kind of shots the Tigers are going to have to eliminate. They're going to have to pass the ball and look for better opportunities if they're going to get some points on the board. Shot put up by Josie Whelan, no good. Back to the top of the key, no good.
Interesting mechanics on that three-point shot. I've never seen somebody put up a shot with, it looked like she hardly even jumped. It was kind of like the no-jump jumper.
It's very
from
interesting.
That one player
yeah.
On Washington's women's basketball team years ago that was kind of an internet sensation.
But hey, if it works, it works. The Columbia Academy brings the ball up the floor. Oh, it's blocked by Leah Payne. Kate Vaughn takes the ball and is knocked out of her hands.
That's what USN needs to be doing, putting pressure on. In the past, we've seen USN give up easy buckets like that, but early on, we're seeing the Tigers willing to put on pressure and make it difficult for their opponents.
Leah will bring the ball up the court. He'll pass to Josie on the perimeter. Into Olivia, but out of her hands, and it's in the Columbia Academy hands.
And those are the kind of simple mistakes the Tigers need to eliminate.
Right, they need to really slow down and let the Columbia Academy play their hand, you know.
And I like so far, I've seen 2 3-point shots from Columbia, and I think in this game it'd be good if USN forces Columbia Academy to take those 3-pointers, because it's high school basketball. No one's going to be Steph Curry out on the court. No one's going to be automatic from the 3-point line. So if you can force them to take shots that they're going to miss the majority of the time, it's going to be an effective strategy. And I think last game, Middle Tennessee Christian was effective from the 3-point line. I think they're going to be one of the best 3-point shooting teams the Tigers are going to face, and I don't expect to see something similar from the Bulldogs today.
The Bulldogs inbound, and they are driving in. A 3-point shot. It's no good.
So once again,
and the ball is out of bounds.
They can force that. They could be successful.
The ball was contested, but it came out of the hands of Leah Payne and out the baseline. The ball is inbounded. And a drive, and the ball is no good.
Good drive there from Jacqueline.
Off the hands of Kat Pendergrass, and the ball is back into Columbia Academy hands. The Tigers are desperately in need of a defensive rebound now, trying to get the ball back in their possession so they can get down to the court and score. Leah Payne makes a steal. She's coming down the court.
The senior.
She's fouled on the way up. She will shoot 2.
3 minutes into a game, you usually don't like to see a scoreless score, but I don't mind this from USN. I think the number of points they gave up last game, as long as they're limiting the other team, I think it's all right that they haven't put any points up. And so far, now they got the lead. They put the first one through the hoop.
Leah's been a consistent shooter for USN, and we see her foot move before she shoots her free throw. That's going to be a lane violation. She will shoot another shot.
One thing you can see is they're lining up for the free throw here. And it is good. Kat Pendergrass is the biggest player on the court. So if USN can use Pendergrass and get the ball to him in the court,
definitely
success.
Definitely feeding the big man down low will help a lot. Columbia Academy makes their 3.
You're going to concede a few of those. You're going to concede a few 3-pointers if you're forcing the team to shoot them, but that's a risk that I think USN should be willing to take, because if Columbia, if their 3 failed 3-point attempts are all successful 2s, the Tigers are down 4. Right now they're only down 1, so I think they got to be willing to gamble on the 3-point shots. That's an okay shot to give up.
The ball came off the hands of Kate Vaughn there and out of bounds. Oh my goodness! Another 3-point shot from the Columbia Academy Bulldogs, and they are taking a lead of 6-2.
Great play by
4
Pendergrass.
minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock.
Good
Columbia
awareness.
Academy takes it back up the court. They're guarded by Charlotte. Good backcourt defense. And there, it just passed away, and they're on the perimeter now.
Good awareness by two older players of the team. Pendergrass and Payne, two of the most experienced, bigger leaders in the team. Clearly knowing what they're doing, good basketball IQ, great vision there, and a good rebound by Pendergrass right now.
They have been missing Charlotte Sigmund on, I believe it was an ankle injury. She was out, but now she's back with us today. Definitely an older player that's been with them for 3 years, so more leadership for the Tigers.
Yeah, good to see three upperclassmen on the court right now for the Tigers.
Kate Vaughn will take the ball up the court. It is knocked out of her hands, but she recovers it. Got the cat. It is in the Tigers' hands, and a foul is called on. That is a push call on Columbia Academy. The Tigers will inbound. Kate Vaughn under the basket. She inbounds to Charlotte, but it is off of her hands and out to Kate Vaughn in the perimeter. Back to Leah. She settles it. She settles the offense down and sets up a play. She looks low, but no pass. Out to McKay, no good.
Great awareness by Vaughn to fight for that ball because it looks like it was pretty clearly Columbia's rebound, but by fighting for it, she forces the jump ball, and that means next time the possession arrow will be in USN's favor.
Columbia Academy has it down low, kicked outside, and there is a defensive foul on Charlotte Sigmund.
Coach Jules doesn't seem too happy about that one.
Columbia Academy will inbound from the USN bench. Maddie Lewis on the inbounds. They'll be looking for an outside shot, and they've hit a couple in this first quarter. 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. Kicked outside to Lewis, and she will drive in and draw a foul.
So far from what we've seen, it seems like Maddie Lewis is going to be the most athletic, most difficult to defend player, so I think the Tigers need to put an emphasis on locking her up.
She hit a three, and she has driven in a couple times and drawn some fouls. She's been pretty strong offensively. She hits her first free throw. Is in the hands of Leah Payne, out to Leah Payne has it down low. She'll pass it to
I think Leah could have been called for a travel there, but she was not.
and that shot is good. 15-foot jumper. It is in the hands of Columbia Academy coming up the court. They'll pass it up to the perimeter. She will drive in and draw a foul. She'll shoot two. Columbia Academy doing a fantastic job of drawing a lot of fouls early so they can get in the bonus. USN's really got to watch their hands so they don't foul any players out. They already with 3 fouls. She'll miss her first shot. 3 minutes left on the clock. And she'll miss her second shot.
Good work by the cheerleaders to make some noise in an otherwise not very populated gym, making some noise, making it difficult for the opponent.
Vaughn will take it up. Back to Leah. Down to Vaughn. Into Josie. And she will lose the ball into Bulldog hands.
And there you go, that possession arrow. Because of that play Vaughn made a couple minutes ago, this time when they fought for it, it will be in their hands once again. Smart play by the young guard.
The ball is inbounded back to Kat, and she will be blocked on the way up. It'll be USN ball still. They'll inbound under that basket. Chomsky will fight underneath. Back to Leah, but the ball is too high. Lewis brings the ball up. She's closely guarded by Leah. Leah will follow her to the paint. The ball is stripped by Vaughn. Whelan brings the ball up. Back to Vaughn. Up to Leah. Looking for a pass underneath. There it is to Kat. Back to Josie, and that is a score.
Great tic-tac-toe passing right there.
Close defense. Leah will guard her in the paint. She'll go up, and she is blocked.
That is some terrific D.
By the experienced senior.
I really like that matchup, putting Leah Payne on Kennedy Chapman. Chapman, one of the quicker players on this Columbia Academy team, and I think Leah is the most equipped to defend her.
She is able to stick with her. Leah will pass the ball up to Kat. She's moving up to Chessa. Chessa will shoot a long three, and it's no good. Josie keeps her in the backcourt, but she's able to move up. Kate Vaughn, down low. Double dribble is called on the Bulldogs. Tigers will receive the ball. Kate Vaughn will bring the ball up. Chapman. Oh, nope, it's in Bulldogs' hands. She'll bring it up. Avery Slaughter with the ball. All down low. Nice pass, but no good. Kat receives the ball, and she'll pass to Leah. Leah will bring the ball back up the court. Up. She moves around Kat. Back up to Kat on the perimeter. Down to Vaughn, down low. Shot's no good. Kennedy Chapman will inbound for the Bulldogs. She'll pass to Slaughter. Slaughter will bring the ball up. Closely guarded by Chomsky. He's screened, and she gets an open layup. It's no good. But an offensive rebound and a short score. Liv will bring the ball up for the Tigers. And she will look high for Kayvon. It is blocked by Chapman, but it will go out of bounds. Tiger ball.
Another great awareness play by Vaughn there to force it out of bounds and to force it off of the Bulldogs player.
She is having a good offensive game today. She'll bring the ball up, but she loses control, and it is out of bounds. But it will be Tiger ball. They will keep it. Coach Jules will be looking for an inbound play to score here.
11.3 seconds left in the quarter.
A tall junior, Stella Shawn, is in the game. They shot a corner three, but it was no good.
5.1 left in the quarter. USN's focus here has to just be defending. Don't worry about getting a point before the quarter ends. Just worry about eliminating your opponent.
Bulldogs will inbound, bring the ball up the court, and the shot is no good. Score is 8-9, end of the first quarter. Reed, what are you seeing out of these Bulldogs and the Tigers? What do you think the Tigers are going to have to do to get ahead in this second quarter?
Well, I think, as the old adage goes, the best offense is good defense, and that's proven to be true so far. Tigers, not in the lead, but they're keeping it a close game with some good defense, forcing some bad shots, getting some nice blocks and steals. That's what you want to see from the Tigers, especially coming off of such a rough loss like the one they had against Middle Tennessee Christian earlier this week. It's a great bounce back so far for USN. I really like the defense. Like I said, forcing bad shots, getting some blocks, and that's going to lead to points eventually. It's led to a couple points so far, and I think that can pick up later on in the game.
Yeah, their defense seems to be working out pretty well for the Tigers, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think that we're going to see a lot of the similar defensive style from Coach Jules the second quarter. A lot of tight man-to-man, but also staying in kind of a zone where they're covering their zones and they're making sure that nobody scores.
Another thing I want to see some more of on offense for the Tigers is more connections between Leah Payne and Kat Pendergrass. The two of those players really work together well on offense. They both, like you said, experienced players. They know what they're doing. They have good vision, and they seem to work well together.
Chapman will bring the ball up the court. Guarded closely by Kate Vaughn into the corner, but it was in the hands of Josie Whelan. She is in the corner, but she gets fouled. It's a jump ball. Oh, now it's a defensive foul and the Tigers will inbound.
The play by Whelan to not allow the Columbia player to reach in and try to force a jump ball. Good job to draw the foul there.
Liv will bring the ball up the court. And she'll look for McKay. Leah down to Kate Vaughn for a corner shot, but it is no good.
Good vision
out of bounds on the Bulldogs. Tigers will be in box formation looking for a low post score, but they throw it up top to Leah, and shot is no good. She'll pass it over to a defensive push on Leah, so the Tigers will inbound once again. Seems to be some confusion on where the ball will be inbounded, but Leah will inbound to Chomsky, and she will shoot a turnaround three, and no good. And we'll see the Bulldogs bring it back up the court. They're looking at the corner three. Once again, the ball is no good.
Tigers were lucky to have that one not fall. It's good to force Columbia to take some threes, but that's not the kind of three you want them taking. You can't just give them wide open opportunities like that.
And on that last offensive play with the Chomsky three, I think they might have been able to get a better shot around by a turnaround three is a very hard shot to make, and in a lower consistency, so they might be able to get more consistency down low in the paint when their threes don't seem to be falling.
That's true. I don't hate that shot though, because Chomsky loves to shoot the three ball. She's had some success earlier this season with it.
Liv will bring the ball up the court, and she'll pass to Leah Payne, and she'll back to Liv, and they'll look low at Josie Whelan, but the ball is taken away. Sorry, my mistake, not Josie Whelan, that was Margaret McKay. Oh, that's a defensive foul on Leah Payne, and she will send Lewis to the line.
This is exactly what you don't want to give Columbia a chance to start running away with points. You can't give them a run of points like this. You got to stop it. You got to get something on the scoreboard soon, because a 6-point lead can turn into a 16-point lead quickly if you're not careful. And they will not get a chance to get a 6-point lead, as there is a encroachment there on that free throw, so it will remain at 5.
Charlotte will inbound the ball to Leah, and she will take it up the court. Collapsed on at the half court, and she will throw it out of bounds. I believe the intended receiver there was Liv, but seemed to be maybe a little out of place, so the pass was a little off. Lewis throws it in to Slaughter. Slaughter will take it up. Charlotte's closely guarding. She'll drive to the left side and pass it to the corner. Back to Slaughter. Behind the back move. Out to the perimeter once more to Lewis. And she will set up a play and come down. She'll drive and she'll get a layup, no good. Leah Payne got the rebound. She'll coming up back up the court.
And that's a huge miss, because if they had scored that layup, that's so much momentum, and that makes the hill much steeper for the Tigers to climb.
Passes to Charlotte, but is recovered by Columbia Academy.
Some good pressure by Maddie Lewis on defense there for Columbia.
Isabel Dees with the foul, defensive foul. Kate Vaughn will inbound. Devon will throw it to Charlotte, but it is knocked out of bounds by the defender. Devon will once again inbound. Back to Leah Payne. Leah, a nice behind the back move, and she will draw a foul.
Great play by Payne. A turn and burn by one of the best players on the Bulldogs roster.
You know, it's good to see a little bit of shake and bake out of Leah every once in a while. Leah has been pretty consistent in her free throw shooting this year. And she will add one more to the stat sheet. And she'll miss her second. The ball is recovered by Hickerson. She'll bring the ball up the court. Closely guarded by Charlotte, being careful not to draw a foul. Chapman with the ball now. She will drive it low and layup. Shot is no good. Offensive rebounds. Back to Chapman. The shot once again is no good, but she will draw a foul.
What a hand check is?
Chapman will shoot two. She makes the first. Very interesting shooting from Chapman, but she seems to be sinking them just fine. A travel on Liv, and the ball will be back into the hands of the Bulldogs. Lewis will inbound to Chapman, and they'll bring the ball up the court. Pass the ball, and a drive. Hickerson will score. Leah Payne bringing the ball up now, and the ball is stripped, but she's able to recover it. The counter key on Charlotte on the Liv. Back to Charlotte, and she gets a shot up, but it is no good. Liv will recover the ball and send it down to Leah Payne. The ball is taken away by the Bulldogs and thrown up court to Lewis. She will draw a layup up, and she will score, get the and one.
That's not the kind of foul you want to give up right there.
No, that will send that'll send the lead from 10 to possibly 11 here. Tigers are going to have to come up with a game plan to get back in this game.
After a solid first quarter, this run of points the Tigers have given up. Far from ideal.
4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. Lewis will make her second, or her free throw. Leah Payne will bring the ball up, and the ball is out of bounds. Chapman will inbound the ball to Lewis. Oh, the ball is almost stripped in the hands of Butterfield, but she is able to bring the ball up.
You know,
McKay closely guarding.
Not to take anything away from anyone on the court right now, but I think Pendergrass needs to be on the floor soon, just because having somebody of that kind of size really can benefit your offense. So if the Tigers want to get some more points, I think Pendergrass needs to be a factor.
Yeah, she certainly does bring the height advantage to the floor, where they can throw the ball down low more and they will get those more consistent shots. The timeout is called. Reed, what are you seeing from these Tigers, and what do you think they're going to have to change right now to get back in this game?
Like I just said, I think we need some offensive substitutions to help us get back on the board and get back into this game.
Certainly. Tigers will come from the huddle. after hopefully some inspiring words from Coach Jules. It looks like Leah Payne will inbound the ball. It is Tiger ball. The ball is inbounded to Olivia Hess. She will bring the ball up the court. She is trapped at half court, and she will get to Josie. Josie once again trapped. Leah Payne with the ball now. She will drive, and she will dish it out to McKay, and she will shoot up, and the ball is no good. So a bunch of offensive rebounds, and Josie Lewin's able to come down with one and put it up for a score.
Great way to fight for 2 points there.
Lewis brings it down, and she is fouled on the way up. Lewis has been drawing a lot of fouls.
Yeah, the Tigers cannot be sending Lewis to the line, especially now that the Bulldogs are in the bonus. Got to avoid fouling number 22.
Tigers have 8 fouls to the Bulldogs 6. 3 minutes, 33 seconds left on the board, and the Bulldogs lead by 9. Lewis has looked pretty consistent from the line today. Making already, there's another one. Making the score 11-21, possibly 22 on this next free throw. And she will make both. Leah Payne will inbound the ball. Bulldogs seem to be pressing the girls, and they're forcing them to make mistakes, but they're able to get out of the press and get the ball to Leah. Oh, Chapman just stripped the ball and is able to come down the court, and Lewis puts up the ball for a score. She's able to put up a layup there, getting past our defenders. Liv passed the ball up to Josie. Back to Leah. Leah brings it to the corner. And bounces it off the foot of a Bulldog defender for the
Smart play by Payne, but she knows she has no other options. Great way to keep possession on USN side.
They'll be able to set up a box here for a possible score. The ball is out on the perimeter with Olivia Hess, and the ball is knocked out of her hands and out of bounds into Bulldog hands. Lewis will bring the ball up. She will not be able to drive past her defender, but she's able to pass and get number 14, Hallie Butterfield, is able to get a nice floater. Leah Payne with the ball now. Down to Margaret McKay.
Great way to find the open player. She could have taken the shot, but she saw McKay wide open. Terrific play.
Slaughter bringing up the ball down out to Lewis. She's able to drive in, and she is fouled.
Like we said,
by a
cannot
flying
be sending
Olivia
22
Hess.
to the free throw line. Maddie Lewis is a terrific point scorer for this team. Tigers cannot be sending her, giving her any more opportunities to add more points to the scoreboard.
Going into halftime, I think that's going to be definitely an emphasis in their locker room discussion for the Tigers. So we definitely making some changes in their defense to lock down defend Maddie Lewis, finding a solution to this scoring problem. She'll make her second. Vaughn will throw the ball in to Liv. Down to McKay to Pendergrass. Out to Leah. And she's able to drive in and pass to Vaughn for a 14-foot jumper. The ball is no good. The ball is being brought up by the Bulldogs. And it is out of bounds in the hands of the Bulldogs. They will inbound.
Some good ball movement by the Tigers. Unfortunately, the ball couldn't end up in the hoop.
Butterfield will inbound to Hickerson, and she will drive in, but the shot is no good. And knocked out of bounds. The Bulldogs will inbound. Lewis in the hands of Butterfield. Back to Butterfield. She will look for a solution. Lewis will come around, and she was able to drive in and get a layup pretty easily.
Talk about a turn and burn there from Lewis.
Leah Payne will bring the ball up. She's able to get by defenders, and she will shoot, but the ball is blocked into the hands of the Bulldogs. They will bring the ball back up the court and look down the court. And Jacqueline Hickerson is able to go up for a layup. Leah Payne fouled on her way up. She'll shoot 2. Game is starting to get blown open a little bit with a 19-point deficit for the Tigers. Leah once again on the line. Her first shot is no good. She'll shoot one more. And it is good. Making the score 14-32 with 59 seconds left in the half. Bulldogs will bring the ball to the corner. Close to guarded by Pendergrass. Down to Lewis. Leah Payne is able to gather the ball and bring the ball back up the court. Looking for McKay in the corner, but she is able to cut in, but the ball is stripped out of her hands into out of bounds, but it will still remain Tiger ball.
It's absolutely vital that USN scores here and get some more points before the half ends. You got to give yourself something to help claw yourself out of this deficit.
Leah is able to answer with a layup there. But the Bulldogs will once again have the ball, bring the ball up the court. Tigers trying to stop the Bulldogs from scoring once more before the end of the half. Oh, a monster block by Leah Payne.
I can't believe that call.
I heard all ball, but the ref saw some hands.
I think it was for after she got the block. I think they must have called her for throwing her elbows around, but she was just establishing possession the way she always does. I don't agree with that one at all.
A little bit of a post and toast from Leah Payne. She's able to get the block, but not without drawing the foul. Oh, a deep 3 from Slaughter, and they're able to get more points on the board before the end of the half.
And that's so deflating for the Tigers because after the Payne rebound, it's looking like they might be able to get 2 more points, decrease the deficit, and now all of a sudden with that 3-pointer, they're right back to square one.
Liv is not able to come down with the ball, but is able to contest. Ball is down to Slaughter. She'll shoot, and she will score, giving the Bulldogs a 21-point lead coming into the half. Reed, what do you see from the Tigers, and how do you think they're going to respond in this second half?
Well, the biggest problem that the Tigers had in this quarter, I think it's a mindset thing. I think, once you give up a few points, in the first quarter, the Tigers put on so much pressure on their opposition, and now, what difference did 2 points make when you're already down 15? So it seems like every possession, the objective was to just be on the ball 24/7, don't give them any space. Now they seem to be giving the Bulldogs much more space to work with, and that's what you got to avoid.
We'll see you at the end of the half. And we're back in the third quarter. We're going to see the USN girls. I believe Columbia Academy will inbound because USN did win the jump ball, but it's looking like USN will actually inbound. 8 minutes, fresh clock. Inbounded to Leah Payne. She'll bring the ball back up the court. And she brings it down to the corner, to the baseline. Out to Josie. Down to Olivia. She will look for a shot, but nothing. Leah will reset the ball and get a screen from Josie. Down low to Olivia. She'll pivot and make a nice shot and make the score 18-37.
Great way to turn and score there by half.
Slaughter brings the ball up the court. And she will be able to get by Margaret McKay. And a nice drive by Hickerson. She's able to get the nice hook layup.
That bucket from Hess reminds me of the first game of the season against Antioch. I think Antioch and Columbia Academy are pretty comparable opponents in their skill level and their capabilities, and Hess was pretty effective on offense in that game. I think if the Tigers can get the ball to her more often, they can find some more success.
Lewis is able to get a fairly easy layup down low.
I do think Payne should be assigned to cover Lewis on defense for the rest of the game, though.
I agree.
I think she's the most well-equipped player defensively to take on a threat like Lewis.
Lewis has been a problem, and she is. Oh my!
That could have been an offensive
nice
foul.
Rebound, but she's already come out firing with 4 points in the quarter. Josie Whelan with the ball. She's looking for somebody. Passes to Leah, and Leah will reset the ball. She'll get a jumping layup, but the ball is no good. Shot is no good, and
Don't drop a foul there.
it looks like McKay will shoot too. McKay will make her first shot. Leah Payne comes out of the game for Charlotte Sigmund. McKay will close the gap by making 2 free throws. Columbia Academy will bring the ball up. Hickerson down low. The shot is no good. Blocked by Olivia Hess. And it will stay Columbia Academy basketball. They'll inbound, hoping to get a score under the hoop. A running layup is no good, and Vaughn will take the ball up the court. And she will kick it out to no man's land, but it is recovered by Charlotte. She will throw a bullet pass down to Hess. The shot is no good, however, another shot no good. Another defensive rebound by Columbia Academy with a defensive foul from the Tigers. Columbia Academy will inbound the ball. And she launches it down the court to Hickerson, and she will not score. The ball is blocked by Sigmund.
Great block there by Charlotte Sigmund, reminiscent of LeBron James's block in the NBA Finals against the Golden State Warriors on Andre Iguodala. His famous play. Brilliant way to catch up to the Columbia attack, and a great block from Sigmund.
She did save a couple of points there.
And that's the kind of defensive effort you need to claw your way back into the game.
Liam will shoot, but no good. But an offensive rebound was put up, and another shot missed. Chapman will bring the ball up, and she's able to get by Sigmund and get the ball past half court. Pass to the corner. Slaughter will drive in and she will miss. Tess brings the ball back up the court. Sigmund with the ball at the top of the key. Vaughn down low. And she will shoot and score.
Great stretch of points here for USN.
That 14-footer is, no charge call, but Olivia Hess did try to sell that, but ended with a Slaughter layup.
USN showing a little more fight in this quarter. Good job staying alive here.
The pass is blocked and intercepted. Columbia Academy will bring it up. And they'll pass low to Lewis. And she will score again. Tigers looking to answer for that low score. Josie will have it up top with a floater. It is no good, but it will end in a jump ball in favor of the Bulldogs. Seeing the Bulldogs in a line formation here, trying to get the ball trying to inbound the ball. Yeah, she got it to Lewis. She's able to come up court. She will stop at the perimeter, try to set up a play. A pick and roll from Slaughter, but it is no good. Sigmund will shoot, and she will score. Closing the gap to now 24-47.
Sigmund driving and thriving on that play right there.
The ball is kicked out to the perimeter. Hickerson shoots, but the shot is no good. Leah Payne bringing the ball up once again. Down to the lower block. She gets her own rebound. And she tries to shoot again, but it is once again no good.
Great clean block by the Columbia defender there.
Chadman with the ball now. Columbia Academy will call a timeout. Reed, after that run that the Tigers did go on there, trying to respond to the Columbia Academy Bulldogs run. How do you think you see this playing out in this next quarter?
Well, I think the Tigers are giving themselves a good shot here because that was some good offense that they generated without their two big leaders in Payne and Pendergrass. So if they can do it without the two of them, you can only imagine what they can do with those two on the court. So we'll just have to see. It's definitely still a steep hill for the Tigers to climb, but it's not impossible.
We've seen the Tigers in this situation before. Sometimes they overcome it, and sometimes they fall short, but hopefully we'll see the Tigers respond and come up with a solution to their problems. Lewis has been a major scorer for the Bulldogs. They're looking for a stop for her, perhaps putting a bigger defender on her so they can maybe get a nice block or maybe a quicker opponent to keep up with her. We'll see how Coach Jules responds in this next quarter. Will be the Bulldogs' ball. Lewis will inbound. Ball's inbounded to Long. She brings the ball up. Closely guarded by Whelan. It'd be a jump ball. It will remain Columbia Academy's ball, but the Tigers will get the next jump ball. Lewis inbounding the ball to the outside. Back up to Long. The ball is blocked and it will go out of bounds. And it will be Tiger ball. Vaughn takes the ball up the court. Looking for Pendergrass, but it is knocked out of bounds. Tigers will inbound. Inbounded to Pendergrass. She gets a floater up, but it is no good. Lewis brings the ball up now. Yeah, nice spin move and an even better pass to Chapman. But their shot is no good. She is fouled on the way up.
Terrific job of driving and dishing by Maddie Lewis there on the Columbia offense.
Saw a little bit of a spin to win there. She is able to get around her defender and make a dish to Chapman, but the shot was no good, but she was able to draw a foul from it. Her second shot was good, but the ball did go out of bounds. A defensive foul on the Tigers. Will stop the play, and the ball will be inbounded by the Bulldogs. Lewis will toss it into Chapman. She will go up, but no foul. Vaughn gets the ball now. She's able to get the ball out of there and launch it down to Ellis. The shot is no good. Columbia Academy inbounding now. Lewis will take the ball up the court. Posted guard by Vaughn. A nice move by Hickerson as she's able to score. Liv with the ball now. Stopping before half court. And she is trapped. The ball is knocked out of bounds by the Columbia Academy Bulldogs. Vaughn inbounding now. The ball is blocked and Chapman will recover it on a fast break. She is able to find Lewis through three defenders. She passes it down to Hickerson and Hickerson scores. Vaughn now with the ball. And another takeaway by the Bulldogs. Taylor with the ball now. Passes it down low. Pendergrass with a block, but it does go out of bounds. It will remain Bulldog basketball. Ball inbounded. It's taken away by the Tigers. Whelan able to come up with it, and she scores.
Way to take advantage of a mistake from Columbia.
Whelan getting back on defense, but they are not able to stop.
Good job of Columbia to take advantage of a mistake from USN.
The Tigers failing to come back quickly on defense after their score. Ellis will shoot from the corner, but it is no good. Pendergrass coming up with the offensive board, and Whelan will shoot another, but it is also no good. Columbia Academy coming back up for Hickerson. The ball seems to have been thrown into the face of Whelan, but
Whelan didn't seem
no
too
foul.
pleased about that one.
No, she did not. The ball is being inbounded by the Tigers now.
Of course, her team will get the ball though, so. Seconds winding off the clock here.
Lewis gets the takeaway. And she is able to score once again. The quarter will be over. The final score of the quarter, 26-56. Columbia Academy with a 30-point deficit for these Tigers. Reed, what do you think they're going to have to do in this huddle to inspire a lot of point getting and a lot of defensive stopping in this next quarter?
Well, and I don't consider myself a pessimist, and I don't like to be pessimistic, but I think we can pretty much call this game over. I think moving into this fourth quarter, what you want to work on is getting some good passing plays, moving the ball on offense well, and just being comfortable with the ball, being a fluid offense.
if I'm Coach Jules in this huddle, I'm telling my players to really give it 110% for this last quarter. Leave everything out on the court and close this gap. We'll see how the Tigers do respond in this next quarter. Ball is inbounded to Liv. Wheeling with the ball now. Long pass, but it is out of bounds. Columbia Academy basketball. Inbounding on their own half. Throwing it into Chapman. She will. A nice behind the back move. And she is able to get past half court. She passes back out. And the ball is a long three. No good. Liv jumps on the ball, but it is out of bounds, so it will remain Columbia Academy basketball. Chapman will throw it in. It will be thrown around to Slaughter, top of the key. She got by Pendergrass, and a score is able to become because of it. Liv with the basketball now. Bring the ball up the court. And it is blocked by Chapman. Another offensive turnover for the Tigers. Oh, and Sigmund is able to knock it off the feet of a Bulldogs ball handler, and they are able to retrieve the ball once again. Responding with their own defensive stop. Liv throws it right into the hands of Chapman. She takes it back up the court and is fouled by Olivia Hess.
Hess tried to sell the foul and say that it was the Columbia player who fouled her, but unfortunately she's not able to sell it well enough, and the foul goes on Hess.
Chapman inbounding now to Charlotte Sigmund. She's able to grab it. She throws it to Liv, but Liv did not see the pass.
Great effort by O'Hara to keep it in bounds.
But she's able to keep it in bounds. Pendergrass shooting the long three, and it is out. Shot is no good. Columbia Academy will throw the ball in. White hoping for a defensive turnover here. They're able to get the ball back to Chapman. And she takes it in the corner, over to Long. And a corner shot from Emily Taylor. Whelan taking the ball up now. Throwing it to Sigmund. Down to the corner with Kate Vaughn. And the shot is no good. Deficit now 34 for the Tigers with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left in the game. Dickerson with the ball now. Throwing it back to Butterfield. She's taking the ball up. Dickerson now driving, and she will be fouled. Sigmund unable to sell the charge on that last play. Her second shot is good. Tiger basketball. Whelan bringing the ball up the court. Back to Leah Payne. She will drive in, but The ball is stripped. Passed up to Bayard now. Down the ball. Millard shooting, but is blocked. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will stay Bulldog basketball. Five minutes left in the game. Vaughn inbounding now to Whelan. And the Bulldogs will remain in their own defensive zones. Kid Vaughn throwing it back to Whelan. She shoots a three. Three is no good, but Long is able to get the defensive rebound. She comes on the court. Going to Hickerson. Hickerson now out to Butterfield. And Taylor with the short two. Kate Vaughn now throwing it back to Whelan. Leah Payne. And she's able to get a floater. Olivia Hess on defense. Kate Vaughn. And the shot is good. Hickerson shooting her and one. The shot is good. Some substitutes coming into the game. And a timeout for the Tigers. Reed, if you were Coach Jules right now, what are you telling this Tiger team?
I think just go out and do your hardest. Try to get some younger, inexperienced players on the court. Just tell them to go and do their best. Try to improve upon something, whether that's shooting, passing, defending. Just try to get better at something right now. You use the time you have on the court effectively. And obviously, like we said, the game is out of reach, but it's not too late to learn something, help your team get some experience, help team chemistry, things like that.
Indeed, with a 39-point deficit with 3:15 to go, the Tigers are really going to have to work on a lot of things that they've been trying to put into their offensive defense in practice. They've been working out every morning, really working hard, and they are seeing improvement throughout the year. They have been moving the ball better, and they are seeing a little bit more confidence out of their younger players. Tigers will inbound. Pendergrass will throw it into Josie Whelan. Down to Vaughn. She will shoot another three, but it was also no good. McKay with the ball, throwing it back up to Pendergrass. Pendergrass will travel. Vaughn on defense, closely guarding Hickerson. She will bring the ball up the court. Long now. Hickerson on the perimeter, looking for Butterfield. Shoot with the ball now. Columbia Academy really trying to draw the clock down in this long possession. Tigers are able to get their defensive rebound, and they are bringing the ball back up the court. But we see a defensive foul there. Vaughn is fouled. We'll see the Tigers inbound. That is the Columbia Academy's fourth of the half. Another defensive foul. the Tigers will once again inbound. Tigers will recover a tip ball. And Hess
Great
will
shot.
score.
Great shot from Hess.
Hagerson able to throw it down. The ball is tipped by Hess once again. A strong drive for the young sophomore. Columbia Academy will inbound. She is guarded by Vaughn. A defensive rebound is called, or a defensive foul is called. And Hickerson will shoot 2. Excuse me, a 1-and-1 with Columbia Academy being in the bonus. She makes the shot, so she will shoot another. Making the score 68-30. She will miss her second. 1:07 left in the game. Pendergrass will throw it into Whelan. Whelan bringing the ball down the court now. Down to Hess. She will shoot, but the ball is tipped, and she gets some hand on it. She will shoot 2. A lot of fouls in these last couple minutes. Olivia will shoot a high arcing free throw and miss. She'll get another chance. Her second shot is good, with a nice swish coming off the ball. Columbia Academy now. Butterfield with the ball. And they with the USN takeaway, but Vaughn is fouled on her way up the court. Clock is still running. Okay, we'll miss her free throw, but another shot attempt, which is also missed. Columbia Academy will hang on to the basketball on a fast break and a charge. Olivia has finally gets her charge call that she's been looking for all game.
With the clock running, it looks like that'll be the last play of the game. Oh no, they just stopped it. My apologies. 7 seconds left.
Well, this looks like it's the end for the Tigers here, with a 37-point deficit. It's been a tough game for the Tigers, but they've certainly had a learning experience on how to deal with a strong offensive team. Reed, what are your final thoughts on this game?
Well, it's not ideal, but the Tigers had a good first quarter. Good defensive pressure to start the game. If they can just carry that into the rest of the quarters in future games when they come against a team with the type of skill level that Columbia has, I think they're going to give themselves a better shot.
We appreciate you joining us here. We'll be back for the boys' game after a short break.
For those of you just now joining us for tonight's boys basketball game, we are pleased to welcome Columbia Academy to University School of Nashville. This game is being played according to the rules of the TSSAA. These rules provide for fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. It is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of sportsmanship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starters. First, for the visiting Columbia Academy. Number 2, Andre McClellan. Number 4, Drew Butt. Number 5, Jeremy Jackson. Number 21, Griffin Cooper. And number 23, Gavin Morgan. Head coach of Columbia Academy is Barney DeJarnett. And now the starting lineup for your USN Tigers. A junior, number 24, Max Elliott. A junior, number 22, Colin Fritz. A senior, number 12, Ross Petty. A senior, number 3, Josh Scretchin. And a senior, number 2, Adrian Samuels. Tigers are head coached by Mike Jones, assistant coaches Greg Anderson and Will Bynum.
Welcome to Sperling Gymnasium here for some early evening action between the 3-3 USN Tigers and the big bad Bulldogs of Columbia Academy, who are coming into this game with a 7-1 record. My name is Reed Murray. Joining me is Aiden Savona. Aiden, what more could you want on a Saturday here at the University School of Nashville in a game like this?
I couldn't tell you. It's great to be here. It's always fun to watch these guys play.
Yeah, Max Elliott here on the jump ball against Griffin Cooper. And Cooper wins it, but it almost goes out of bounds, kept in by Andre McClellan. And the Columbia Bulldogs in the gray jerseys that read Dogs across the front. Gray jerseys with white trim, taking on the USN Tigers in the white jerseys with maroon trim. McClellan looking to make a play here to start the game. Thought about pulling up for 3, but Russ Petty was there to defend it. Now it's Drew Butt. Cooper now driving, looking to make a play, and he's blocked by Scretchin, and a travel will be called. USN now with a chance to get the first points of the game.
It's going to be an interesting matchup tonight. Number 21 and Max Elliott, both big guys, and we're going to see how each of them move around each other in the paint.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be some exciting matchups at the guard position, but the one I have my eye on is definitely that center position matchup. Max Elliott and Griffin Cooper definitely going to be going at it all night, the two big men on their respective teams. Should be a battle for the ages. A little bit of miscommunication there on the inbounds, but Scretchin comes up with it regardless. Heading now out to France. Scretchin now looking to create something, driving in, just misses the 2 as it's blocked by Cooper. And there he is, Griffin Cooper. He's going to be effective on both offensive and on both the offensive and defensive sides of the ball tonight. There he was on defense, making a play. The ball goes out of bounds and into the hands of the USN fan in the student section. Cross-court pass to France. France now puts up a 2 on his own, and it's no good. But gives it to McClellan. Kicking out to 3. Gavin Morgan, and it's good. Miscommunication there from USN, but they get it out. Now it's some up-tempo. Here they come to slow it down. Cross-court to Scretchin. Scretchin kicks it out to Petty. Samuels now pulls up for 3. Tried to get a 3 of his own, but it didn't fall. Here's Butt in the low post. Blocked by France. Terrific defensive effort by the junior. Elliott in the paint, and he's blocked. Another great effort there from Morgan, or from Cooper, my apologies. Keep Elliott from scoring his points. Scretch now looking to get some points put up, and it's no good once again. He just cannot find the hoop. Good defensive play there by Petty. Samuel's now looking to create something in transition. Looked like he might have been fouled, but it looks like he just lost control of the ball on his own. We'll stay with the Tigers, though.
A big defensive effort from both teams. Low scoring, but they're making a lot of great steals, blocks. It's going to be a really interesting game to see how these two defenses battle.
Yeah, it's not often that you see this team be scoreless in the first 3 minutes of play, but here we are. 5:19 left in the quarter. Score still 3-0. Good drive and a way to put it away by Cooper. Extends the lead of Columbia Academy to 5. Elliott cross court to Samuels. Samuels pulls up for 3, and it's no good. USN getting to just slow it down, keep it simple here. Looks like they're taking a little too many shots that are a little too ambitious. USN bench getting active, making some noise, and they find Samuels on a long, fast break point. Looked like he might have not been able to catch up to that ball, but he gets to it in time, and he puts it away for 2 points. First 2 points of the night for USN. Speaking of Samuel scoring points, he led the team with 26 points last night in the Tigers' 40-plus point win on the road at the Grace Christian Lions.
Definitely a lot of leadership coming from our seniors this year. We're seeing Josh and Adrian, 2 of our largest scorers, leading the team in scoring almost very consistently. A lot of driving and shooting from these 2.
Butt in the corner puts up a pretty ambitious shot of his own, but that one will fall. That one didn't look like it was likely to go, but he found the nylon. France now spinning around, puts a shot up, no good, rebounded by Elliott, and Elliott just gets it to go. That's more like it for the USN offense right there. McClellan thought about it, but he decides to make a pass instead. Jeremy Jackson in the corner now. Goes over to Butt. Drew Butt for 3. No good. It's off the head of Cooper, and now it's down the court to Petty. Petty looks to take it on his own, gets a layup to fall. Or he doesn't get the layup to fall, excuse me. It was a swinging block from Cooper. It didn't make contact with the ball, but it looked menacing. And a great three-pointer there from Jeremy Jackson to extend the lead to the Bulldogs to now 6 points. Mahoney Donick coming into the game here, looking like USN's going to want to get some three-point shooting going because that is Donick's specialty. France now tries a 3 of his own. And it will go over the backboard, and it will be Columbia Academy ball. Checking into the game now is Mahoney Donick for USN. It'll be Trey Payne to come in for the Columbia Academy Bulldogs, along with Gabe Davenport, who will take the inbound.
Bulldogs have been very successful from the three-point line. We're going to have to see the Tigers close out more and really prevent a lot more shooting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that's just early game luck or if they really can't hit those shots for 4 quarters. Davenport failed to hit that one, and the pass goes into the backcourt. Samuels looks to take advantage. Samuels capitalizes and gets the steal, and he puts up the 2 from a tough angle. He gets it to fall. That's some great athleticism from the senior. Three-pointer doesn't go, and Samuels on the rebound. He has been all over the court tonight. Scrutcher now in transition. Looks like he might have been fouled. Doesn't get the call, and Petty can't put the shot back up. Harry Fitzgibbon going to try to check back in. Referee doesn't appear to be letting him. Now he will come in, and he'll take the place of big man Max Elliott. Both big men off the floor now as Griffin Cooper has also taken a seat on the bench. But Gavin Morgan, number 23 of Columbia Academy, he looks to have some good size on him. Another three-pointer, and that one from Gabe Davenport will fall. He missed his first three-point attempt, but he gets that one to go. Yannick in the corner thought about a 3, decided against it. USN looking to create something in offense, but they're just moving the ball slowly around the three-point arc. Here comes a three-pointer from the sophomore. It's no good. Foul will be called, though. It looks like he'll be headed to the line for three. Foul called on Jeremy Jackson. Let's see if the sophomore can make the most of this trip to the free throw line. Now we have an injured Bulldog. Looks like it's Gavin Morgan on the floor. Trainer checking him out, and he looks okay as he gets up. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Like something maybe in his ear or on his head. He's touching his ear. He doesn't appear to be in too much damage, but a substitution will be made, and calling Malone. Another big man will take his place.
We've seen a very fast-paced game so far. Both teams, while maybe not struggling offensively, they've been making a lot of defensive stops. We've seen the Tigers with a couple of fast break opportunities that they have been able to convert, and also have not been able to convert. They're going to be looking into this next quarter. They're going to be looking at trying to convert those fast breaks and make the most of the basketball.
Good free throw there from Donick. He'll take two more. Or it's just one more. He must have been over the line when he was shooting that shot, because he only got two free throws. And it was a three. He does get three shots. It was a mistake there from, I'm not sure if it's from the players or from the referee, but everyone on the court seemed to think he was getting two free throws. He actually will get to take a third here. Harry Fitzgibbon going to be the only Tiger trying to get a rebound here, as the Tigers have three players in the backcourt. Third free throw is good. Flawless from the free throw line so far is Mahoney Donick. Jeremy Jackson will carry the ball up the court for the Bulldogs. The block there from Samuels, but the ball will stay with the Bulldogs. The inbound from from Gabe Davenport will go to Jeremy Jackson. Davenport for a deep three doesn't go. Rebounded by Jackson though. Kick back out to Davenport. Cross court. 3-point attempt from Burnoff. No good. Rebounded by Jackson. And it's stolen by Russ Petty. Great defensive hustle there from the senior Petty. Samuels. And the pass just didn't get to Samuels, and it's stolen by Columbia Academy. Burnoff driving and kicks it out. Now driving is Trey Payne. Jackson now in the low post gets the shot. Won't get the end one though. He will be headed to the free throw line for two shots. 36.8 seconds remain in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs have a 4-point lead. This free throw is good. Samuels on the backcourt. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Scretchen burning by one man, and a foul is called on Trey Payne. Griffin Cooper checking back into the game. Scretchen over to Donick. Back to Scretchen. Griffin spinning, looking to create a play. Max for three, and he just fails to knock it down. Scretchen intervenes there, gets the steal, With under 10 seconds remaining, he drives to the hoop, gets it to go, and he will get the and one.
A whole lot of sauce from Josh Gretchen right there with the jelly layup, and he's with the and one going to the line with the opportunity to make it a 3-point play.
And he gets a 3-point play. That's huge for the Tigers. Puts them back within 2 points. They needed that both for momentum and for scoreboard purposes. Let's see if they can limit Columbia Academy before this quarter ends with 6 seconds left. Then keep them off the scoreboard. 2-point attempt. Elliott got the rebound, almost got it taken from him by Cooper, but there was no time left. Good job to keep the Bulldogs from scoring before the conclusion of this quarter. And Aiden, after an exciting 14-12 first quarter, what's the biggest thing you've noticed?
Well, I've seen a lot of 3-point shooting. Well, maybe not as successful. That's what you see throughout a game. You see them get more confident. You see them start shooting a little more, and that's when they start warming up. And I think we're going to see a high scoring, a lot of 3-point shooting this game coming from Mahoney Donick and Gabe Davenport for the Bulldogs. I've seen a lot of great driving from the USN guards, and yeah, I think we're going to be looking at a very high scoring game here.
Yeah, I think Davenport so far has been effective from the 3-point line for Columbia. He reminds me of the FRA game when there was some good 3-point shooting from the Panthers late in the game to sort of seal the win against the Tigers. So we'll see how the Tigers will try to limit that on defense here. Inbound from Samuels to Scretchen. Scretchen goes back to Donick, but it's going to be a backcourt violation. Three-pointer, no good from McClellan. Still there from Elliott. Pressured in the backcourt by Cooper, but eventually he lets up. Stretching is Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon turning, trying to find Donick, but it's intercepted by McClellan. Now McClellan will carry it up the court. Finds Cooper, defended by Fitzgibbon. That's a mismatch in terms of size, but not a mismatch was the Elliott versus Cooper matchup, and Elliott comes away successful this time. Scretchen now driving, gets a clear lane to the hoop and he puts it away. Great play, just coast to coast butter toast from Josh Scretchen. And now we have a tie ball game. Still there from Samuels. Samuels now driving. Nice zero step, puts the shot up and he gets it to go. Terrific play from the senior guard. And he's got a chance to make it another 3-point play for the Tigers.
Another strong drive for Adrian Samuels there, mirroring Josh Gretchen's earlier play. Just a great effort on the offensive side for the Tigers here.
Timeout is called here as there are lots of angry Columbia fans in the crowd right now that I can see to the left of me. Tigers with a 2-point lead heading into the timeout. As you can see, as you look into the huddle, Adam Miller still not dressing for the game, still dealing with an injury. But we saw him at halftime of the girls' game shooting some 3-point shots We saw the same thing against Middle Tennessee Christian during the break in the game. He was taking shots. He looks comfortable. He looks like he is on a good road to recovery, and hopefully we'll be able to see him in Sperling Gymnasium playing for the Varsity Boys Tigers soon. We wish him the best in his recovery. Now Adrian Samuels will be headed to the free throw line. Gets the free throw to go, and now it's a 3-point lead for the Tigers. That guy, Adrian Samuels, is going to be huge for the Tigers in this game. A lot of his points come from steals at half court, turning them into points. If he can continue to get those quick points, and the ball just goes cross court from Jeremy Jackson into the student section. But if he can continue to get those points in transition, it's going to really help the Tigers out on the scoreboard. Scretchen out top, goes over to Donick. Donick fake the three, goes back to Scretchen. Over to Samuels. Back to Donick again. This time he does pull up for three. Quick three-pointer, and he gets it to go! Six-point lead now for the Tigers, and Columbia looking for an answer. Great steal over from Scretchen. Finds Fitzgibbon, great athletic play, but that time it's stolen by Cooper. Cooper fails to turn it into points though, now Scretchen in the fast break. Goes over to Samuels. Samuels blocked, but a foul is called. Josh and Elliott fired up after that one.
Josh Scretchen, an absolute monster on defense on that last play. A lot of defensive effort, getting the steal in the corner and then coming back and getting another steal in mid-court. And we'll see Adrian shoot for two.
You know, one thing I love about both Samuels and Scretchen is oftentimes your star players like that, they can really get it done on offense, but I like the effort they put in on defense as well. They're really able to be two-way players, help their team out no matter the circumstance. Elliott gets a rebound there, but that time it's blocked. Pass, but it gets out to Samuels anyway. Over to Scretchen. Scretchen back to Samuels. They're just playing catch here, Scretchen and Samuels, and now he's driving and kicks it back out to Samuels. Thought about a three, but the pass was just too far to his right. Donick now. Thought about the three-pointer, goes into Fitzgibbon. Fitzgibbon from near the free throw line. Mid-range jumper's no good. Nice drive there from Andre McClellan. Doesn't get the 2 points, but he is fouled, and he will get 2 free throws. Colin Malone is going to check into the game here for Columbia Academy soon enough. First free throw is good. Andre McClellan to shoot his second. It's up and good. Scretchen dealing with some press now. Over to France. France has all kinds of space. Kicks it back to Scretchen. A little bit of an errant pass to Samuels, but he catches up with it. Scretchen now looking to make a play from beyond the three-point line. He finds Donick down low. Puts up a shot, no good. And they fail to get the rebound. It's Drew Butt now in transition for the Cougars. Goes over to Davenport. Davenport tries to kick it out for a three, and he gets it to go. That's the kind of stuff you got to limit. When you know a guy is effective from the three-point line, and that's his real bread and butter, you can't let him get those opportunities like that. Over to Donick. Donick, his bread and butter is 3 points too. He doesn't get that one to fall. It'll be a Bulldog inbound here from Gavin Morgan over to Andre McClellan. Davenport now for three to take the lead, and it's good. That kid has some special range, I gotta say. He can shoot it from anywhere in the court and knock it down. Steph Curry-like almost. France goes up a little too early for that rebound and doesn't get it. But driving is fouled by Fitzgibbon. USN crowd isn't happy about that one.
We've seen a nice little run here for Columbia Academy. Davenport has been very dangerous from 3 points, and we're going to see the Tigers try to adjust to that and try to close out on him when they see him shooting.
And here come two junior guards in Khalil Anderson and Austin Kaysen, who are checking in for Mahoney Donick and Harrison Fitzgibbon. We haven't seen Anderson in a while. He looks to have been dealing with some sort of injury in the past. He's back now, though, and he is on the court for the Tigers. Second free throw is good, and now it's a lead of 2 points for Columbia Academy. 4 minutes remaining in half. Samuels cross court to France. First minute for Kaysen. Kaysen also getting his first minutes of the day right now. Kaysen now into the paint to France. Stretcher now looking to create something. He drives into the paint himself. Doesn't get the floater to go though. .320 left. Here's a drive from Drew Butt, and he gets it to go. So a huge swing of points here for Columbia Academy. They were down by, I believe, 7 points. Now they're up by 4. Scratching over to Samuels. Back to Scratcher in the backcourt. Kaysen into France. France now in the paint. Puts up a shot. Gets it to go. Here's Gavin Morgan. Defended by Scratcher and Kaysen. Now goes back to Andre McClellan. McClellan over the butt. They're looking to free up Davenport in the corner there. That's probably the reason Anderson's in the game is because they think he can defend Davenport a little better than Davenport. And speaking of good defense, it's Adrian Samuels with the steal. He goes to the basket and he is fouled. Won't be a shooting foul though. So it'll be a Tiger inbound, it appears. Fouls on Gavin Morgan.
We saw in the substitutions two quick guards coming into the game, and we can see that Coach Jones wants to play a faster-paced game against these Bulldogs, perhaps to prevent more three-point shooting and them getting set up on offense.
It looks like when Griffin Cooper of Columbia Academy is not on the floor, he wants to try and take advantage of that and put all of his speedy guys out there so they can get those points in transition. And then once Cooper comes back in, he's probably going to put Ellie in it too. And speaking of the devil, here comes Griffin Cooper to take the place of, it appears, Colin Malone. It will be Colin Malone who comes out for Cooper. So we'll see if Elliott makes his way back on the floor soon. Right now, there could be a little bit of mismatch going on in the paint. Tigers tie the game up, though, with those free throws. But defended by Anderson. Spin move. Trey Moore goes over to Davenport. Davenport for three, and the nearly automatic shooter. Not quite automatic that time. Davenport kicks that one over, and girls varsity basketball coach Nicole Dools catches it. Coach Jones going to call timeout here with 1:59 left in the half. It's 25-25 here in Sperling Gymnasium. So in these last 2 minutes here in a tie game, what does USN need to do to establish a lead to carry into halftime?
I think that they need to play offensively. They need to really be aggressive on offense. They need to drive, kick out, and hit those threes that Mahoney is so famous for. We're going to see a lot of shooting from these guys, and they've been hitting their shots, and they're going to continue to hit their shots.
Yeah, I like the way that the two sort of star players, Scretchen and Samuels. They're not overdoing it with the three ball. They're leaving. They're allowing themselves to continue to drive, make athletic plays, leaving the three-point shots for the more designated shooters. Comes France now, taking advantage of open space. Doesn't get the bucket to go. Gets his own rebound though. Puts that one up, and he gets that one to fall. Great effort by the junior Colin France. And there's an injured Bulldog on the floor. It's Trey Kane. He looks like he's in some serious pain. No pun intended. I'm sorry about that. You do hate to see that. And Ryan Burnoff now coming onto the court. Drew Butt now, defended by Scretchen. He goes over, and a little bit of backcourt violation as that was Gavin Morgan who touched that one and rolled off his foot and into the backcourt. So now Tigers with a 2-point lead have a chance to extend it here with 1:26 left in the half. Anderson takes the inbound. Anderson wearing some really nice light blue shoes. They go great with the Tigers color scheme. Love the shoe game from the junior guard. Three-pointer from Samuels, and it's good. Fantastic play there from number 2 in white. 5-point lead now for the Tigers. They can make a defensive stop, that'd be huge, and they do with a steal from Anderson. Fumbles it, but still finds Samuels. Keeps it in bounds. Unbelievable play to keep it alive, and it's finished by Colin France. Spectacular effort by Adrian Samuels. And now a chance to make it a 3-point play and really get some momentum and extend that lead. That is just fantastic stuff from the USN offense. Free throw is good. It's an 8-point lead, and now a substitution coming in here as Colin Malone comes onto the court. So with just under a minute left, we'll see what the Bulldogs do to try to get themselves back into the swing of things. Especially not going to make it easy for them, though, with some tough defense. Davenport now goes over to Cooper. Cooper lost it, and it's a jump ball. Who will go to, though, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. Tigers players were trying to get a traveling there. Fortunately, they could not get the call, but they won't mind that. They can defend an inbound. Goes out to Burnoff. Butt now. Driving. He's going to kick it back out. No, he goes for a short 2. It's no good. Rebounded by Kaysen. 30 seconds left in the half. Samuel slows it down. Are they going to hold out for the last shot here is the question. Are they going to go for 2 or 3? I don't think you need a 3 here. It definitely wouldn't hurt. And the foul there is called on Drew Butt. And Scretchen is headed to the line for a 1-and-1. I don't know that I agree with that decision from Butt there, the intentional foul. Scretchen, one of the most effective shooters on the team. Sending him to the line might not be too wise. Free throw no good, rebounded by Malone. 12 seconds left. Seconds ticking off the clock here as Drew Butt looks to make something happen against Austin Kaysen. Finds Burnoff. Seconds tick off the clock. They will not get a shot up as we head into the second half with a 33-25 USN lead. Tigers looking to get the big upset, and so far they're in good position.
Oh, and what a half it was, Reed. We saw our boys come out bounding and astounding. They did it all in that half. They passed well, they shot well, and they were able to take advantage on those fast breaks. I mean, we're seeing some shake and bake from our guards, and we are seeing some post and toast. That was a really fun half to watch, and I know that they're going to come out and they're going to do it again.
High-flying action for the Tigers here in the first half. We have 10 minutes until the second half starts. Stay with us here on USN Sports Network for the second half of Tigers Bulldogs. Welcome back to Sperling Gymnasium for the second half of USN versus Columbia Academy. Here in some Saturday district basketball action. The Tigers coming off a great first half with a 33-25 lead on the Columbia Academy Bulldogs. With just 2 minutes left, it was a tie game. The Tigers went on a huge 8-point run to give themselves this lead, and they will inbound it to start the half. So we'll see if the Tigers can build on that here. But so far, against the 7-1 Columbia Academy Bulldogs, the Tigers are in prime position to pull off an upset. Goes out to Scretchen. Scretchen looked like he might have had an open three, but he decided against it, so he goes over to Samuels. Back to Scretchen. France now driving. France gets a huge block from Cooper, but it doesn't really matter because it will stay with the Tigers. Scretchen now thought about a quick shot, finds Samuels open in the corner, puts up a three-pointer, it's no good. France with the rebound, kicks it back out. Thought about going to Scretchen, but Butt gets a nice steal. Terrific play there for the Bulldogs guard. France falls down, and it's a good two-pointer there from Jeremy Jackson. Give the Bulldogs the first points since the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. France now. Over to Scretchen. Into Petty. Wide open, Adrian Samuels for three. Just doesn't get it to fall, though. Jackson lets it go out of bounds, and it is Bulldog ball. Tigers, they need to maintain this lead a little better. They don't need to be doing too much from beyond the three-point line. They have the lead, and they can just keep it simple on offense for now. Here's Drew Butt. Goes over to Jeremy Jackson. And the pass to Butt, it was tipped by Petty, but it found him, and he gets 2 points. So the Bulldogs creeping back into this one. It's now a 4-point deficit. France now for three. And he just misses. Rebounded by Samuels, and foul is called.
These Bulldogs have come out firing and angry. After being down 8 points, they've closed the gap to a mere 4. We're going to see them being very aggressive in this next quarter.
Elliott comes out of the game to make way for Austin Kaysen. There could be a mismatch in the paint here with Griffin Cooper. Scretchen now goes over to France. France in the corner. And it's tipped and stolen by Drew Butt. Tipped there from Gavin Morgan. Andre McCullum. McCullum defended by Kaysen. Cooper fell down, but still was able to block, instead of pick rather, on Kaysen. 3 points from McCullum, no good. Air ball and caught by Scretchen. Scretchen now in transition. Goes to the hoop, and he's blocked by Jackson. Rebound from Cooper there. He goes down the court to Butt. Number 4 defended by number 4. And it is USN ball inbound. Kaysen that helped Cooper up. Good example of sportsmanship there from the junior. Scretchen down the back court. Goes over to Samuels. Petty over to Scretchen. Scretchen now, looking to create something. Petty kicks out to France. France back to Samuels. France now with a wide open three, and that time he gets it to fall. Great shooting from one of the bigger players on this team. And a great block there, but he is called for the foul. He's not happy about that one. Not much he can do about it, though. He put in a great effort. Unfortunately, he was just off the mark, and it's a shooting foul. Headed to the line will be Gavin Morgan for Columbia Academy. That free throw was no good. There's still a 7-point lead for USN. Cooper might have got a little early on that shot, but the referees didn't see it. Samuels slowing it down to the backcourt, goes to Petty. I like this offensive strategy with Petty. Petty is kind of playing, pretty soccer fans out there, he's kind of playing like a central attacking midfielder. He's playing that number 10 role where he just stands in the middle of the court, someone passes to him, then he decides what to do, it makes the play. That time there was mistakes from the Tigers, and the Bulldogs capitalized, but he's always right by the free throw line, ball goes to him, and he dishes it out to somebody else, and that somebody else is usually open. Mahoney Donick now, the three-point shooter, is going to check back into the game. Looks like the shooting guard might be coming in for Adrian Samuels. Samuels is shooting his free throws, and Donick hasn't come in yet. First one's up is good. Now he will take the place of Colin France. 21 for 22 here. Samuels with the second free throw. It's up. He's the kind of guy you don't want to send to the line if you're Columbia. It's the Cooper. Cooper, looks like he might have been fouled. No foul was called. Puts it up. It looks again, and he doesn't get it to go. It will go the way of USN. Fortunate that time to not give up 2 points. When Cooper drove to the basket twice, he had bench warning called on Columbia Academy. Twice he had some good opportunities next to the hoop. Didn't get him to go. Tigers will take it, and they have a 6-point lead. They look to extend it. Kaysen with all kinds of space. Driving, steps back, goes to Petty. Petty to Scrutchin, just loses control of the ball. Jeremy Jackson takes advantage. Kaysen now getting low on defense. He caught one of the shot there, but he passed it to Cooper instead. Good steal there from Scrutchin. Here he is on the fast break. Scrutchin pulls up for a layup. It's no good. Good defense there from Jeremy Jackson once again. Jackson, he's kind of like Samuels in the USN defense. He's always making high effort plays. They have high success rates for the Bulldogs. And he went up for the dunk, didn't get it. Foul will be called though, and it will be Griffin Cooper who will shoot 2 free throws. I think that foul might just be a matter of pride. You don't want a guy to put you on a poster or dunk on you like that, so you send him to the line instead. Malone going to check into the game alongside Gabe Davenport. That's something to keep an eye on if you're the Tigers. Gabe Davenport has been lethal. A huge weapon. He's just been an animal for Columbia so far. You don't want him on the court, and if he is, you got to make sure you're defending him. And it looks like Griffin Cooper will be coming out of the game once his free throw is shot, and he'll be replaced by Malone. Phil Anderson also going to come in for the Tigers. McClellan now, defended by Samuels, doesn't get it to go, but the rebound from Cooper is put back in, and he decreases the deficit to 4 points. 3:10 left in the quarter, and this game so far has not disappointed, and it continues to be the same high excitement level that we've seen up until this point. Kaysen now for 3, doesn't get it to fall. Samuels with it, that was Scrutchin with a great effort to get the rebound. Samuels now driving, dishes it off. Went between Scrutchin and Petty. This time does go all the way to Petty from Scrutchin. Petty now looking to create something. Timeout called by Coach Jones, and that was a pretty smart timeout because it looked like he was struggling to create any opportunities for himself. So, good way to just keep it on the Tiger side here from the inbound. And if you're Coach Jones, what are you telling your players right now in this timeout?
Well, I think that I'd be telling them that they need to close out on those longer shots, and they're doing a good job of that. Actually, they're hustling on defense, and they're working the ball well on offense. I think that they're on that four out, one in offense that they're using with Russ Petty as the center, where they're passing to him, and he's trying to find forging opportunities for his teammates to score. I think that's a great way of getting better scoring opportunities and better shots up. And they've really put in a lot of effort on the offensive side, and they've been awarded. They've maintained their lead, and they've maintained pressure.
It was a good timeout there just to keep the ball with the team and to slow down any sort of momentum that Columbia Academy had. But it's also good just to rest your guys. You know, so far the Tigers have had good success in an up-tempo style. So in order to do that, you got to have rested players. You got to have your best players rested. You know, get them a sip of water. Let them relax a little bit before they go to war again. 2:30 left in the quarter. Petty once again. Over to Samuels. Samuels thought about a three. He goes to Petty instead. Petty pivots, finds Scretchen. Setting a pick, Scretchen. And Cooper is not fooled by it. He defends him well. Scretchen with 2 men on him. Now Samuels kicks out to Anderson. Anderson doesn't want to shoot the three. He gives it to Petty. Over to Kaysen. Kaysen now driving. Steps back. And a foul is called. That one is called on Gabe Davenport. Third foul of the half for the Bulldogs, and the Tigers will inbound below their own basket. Scratching over to Anderson. So for the Tigers, have been passing it around the arc, and it looks like Columbia has sort of figured out their offensive scheme. We're going to see what the Tigers do to innovate and come up with a new solution here. Kaysen over to Anderson, kicks it out to Scretchen. Scretchen now driving, goes out to Samuels, wide open three for Adrian Samuels, and he gets it to go! A huge three-pointer, as now the Tigers' lead is even bigger. They lead by 7 now.
What Josh did right there is was very good. He saw Adrian open on the wing, and he drove in to draw the defenders in so he could pass out to Samuels to give him a better chance of a three-point shot. Great job for Josh right there.
Fell on the Bulldogs there, and USN will get the ball. This could be huge. If they can add some more points here, they can increase this lead to 9 or 10. It's hard to come back from. Steep hill to climb, and coach of the Bulldogs knows it as he calls a timeout here. Calls his first timeout of the game. 41-34 is the score. Aiden, I gotta ask, you know, when you look at the resume that Columbia Academy had coming into this game, 7-1 with some strong wins against district opponents, did you see us in this position here looking at a USN 7-point lead late in the third quarter? Did you anticipate that?
I maybe didn't anticipate that exactly, but I can say that the Tigers are hot. They've come off of a lot of close games and a lot of wins, and they've executed on offense, and they've really locked down on defense. They played a really great game against FRA, one of the tougher teams in the division. They did lose that game, but they played a very good defensive game.
Yeah, see, I didn't expect this necessarily, but I can't say I'm surprised. Tigers on a huge hot streak. I tweeted out before the game they could be looking for a big upset. So far, they're doing it, and you know, I think that loss against FRA has really motivated them. FRA is a team the USN never likes to lose to. It's sort of a semi-rivalry, and the FRA fans definitely had their impact in the game. So there was lots of emotion in that one. It's tough to lose a game that means that much by 3. They've come out strong, and they haven't looked right. They got a 56-point win on Tuesday against the Cougars of Middle Tennessee Christian. Then they came out strong. 40-plus point win against Grace Christian last night. So far, they're doing well against Columbia Academy. USN definitely, that loss might have been a blessing in disguise because it has pushed them in the right direction. And it's had them really hungry for revenge and hungry for victory. They keep telling me, just watch out for that January 21st game against FRA on the way. So definitely that loss is in the back of their minds. But of course, they can't focus on it too much right now as the lead has been cut to 6 points. Still very much anyone's game here in Sperling Gymnasium against Columbia Academy. Scretchen doesn't get the 2 to go. There's Jeremy Jackson now. Spinning play there by Cooper, and he gets the bucket to go. Puts his team within 3. That is just terrific from Cooper down low to go and make that play.
A hot pass too. Well handled.
Petty now, over Kaysen. Petty now tries the 3. And he gets it to go.
Bank is open for Petty.
Petty's not a guy you see shooting a lot of three-pointers, and that might have surprised the Columbia Academy defense, but it worked out perfectly. Butt thought about the 3, now he's going to drive. 2-pointer from Drew Butt, and he gets it to fall. And just trading points here. We have 15 seconds left in the quarter. Tigers and Bulldogs just going back and forth, making this one an even more high-scoring affair. Foul's called there on Davenport. 44-40 is the score here with 10.4 seconds left in the third quarter.
Lead check on both ends.
Scratching to inbound here for the Tigers. Goes to Petty. Out to Anderson. Kaysen now tries the three. No good. Petty keeps it in bounds. No, it will be ruled out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog ball with 3.9 seconds left. We'll see if the Tigers can hold them. Keep them from putting 2 or 3 more points back on the scoreboard here as we head into the fourth quarter. This game has had everything you could hope for. And we have an exciting fourth quarter coming up. And an exciting last 4 seconds left of this third. Down the court. Samuel's going to try to get a buzzer beater. He shot that one far too early. There's plenty of time left on the clock. Coach Jones isn't happy. He could have taken several steps forward and pulled up for a wide open three. Of course, you know with the time limit, you just want to shoot as early as possible. So not ideal, but obviously it could be much worse. A 4-point lead going into the fourth quarter against right now the number 1 team in the district. That's exactly what you want if you're the Tigers. You couldn't ask for anything more.
Well, we've seen a lot of momentum shifts throughout this last quarter. The Bulldogs came out firing. They were angry after being down in the last half, and then the shift. It was the momentum of the game was changed with a Colin France 3, and it's really traded back and forth. We saw the Russ Petty bank 3 just now to put them ahead 4. And we'll see how this game goes. Like you said, Reed, this is anybody's basketball game. Really exciting game to watch.
Yeah, of course, Tigers still in the lead, but we went into this quarter, and the Tigers had an 8-point lead. Now it's cut down to 4, heading into the fourth. And if a couple risky 3-pointers don't go in, the Tigers could be losing this one. So definitely do not be fooled into the illusion that the Tigers have this one locked away. Very much anyone's game, and there's been plenty of momentum on the side of Columbia Academy. So there's still lots of work to be done if you were the USN Tigers. USN bench chanting defense. Good to see them bring the energy. Foul's called on Russ Petty there. That's kind of a soft foul if you ask me. But I, of course, am not the ref. So who am I to say? Rebound in the inbound now, and Gavin Morgan's going to come into the game for Ryan Burnoff. Max Elliott's also going to come into the game soon. He can get much action in the third quarter. Here comes Davenport for 3, and it just rattles out. So close for Columbia Academy, but not close enough. Kaysen now, open 2-pointer, and he gets the ball. Great play from the junior there.
Awesome pump fake from Austin. Faked out the defender to get an open shot.
Jackson now driving, kicks it out to Butt. Butt drives in the zone after a shot fake. He goes over Davenport. Davenport heavily defended by 2 guys. Now Samuels with the steal. And a foul is called. Nice little lay in there from Samuels, but it won't count. Drew Butt is called for the foul. Samuels headed to the free throw line. 6-point lead. He's got a chance to extend it by 2. Jim stayed perfectly quiet for him, but he did not knock that one down. He still has a chance to shoot another free throw here. Second one is good, and the Tigers will get the inbound here. Start this next possession with a 7-point lead. Samuels walks over to the USN student section to inbound it. Goes back to scratch. Come on, it's Kaysen. Kaysen now. Over to Elliott. Elliott beyond the 3-point arc. And that one is stolen by Davenport. Stretch and fight for it hard though, and he will come up with it. Terrific effort. Way to not give up on the play from the star guard at USN. Scratching now, slowing it down, defended by Drew Butt. Out to Kaysen, wide open 3-pointer for Kaysen, and he doesn't get it to go, but Elliott gets the rebound. Can he put it back up? No, but he gets another attempt, and that one went off. the Tigers, Columbia Academy has some serious work to do now. They've dug themselves a bit of a hole here in the fourth quarter. Cooper now, defended by Elliott. He's almost triple teamed there. Now Butt drives in, gets the shot up, and it doesn't go. It's rebounded by Elliott. Elliott goes over to Scrutchin. Scrutchin now driving. He thought about a dunk, doesn't get the layup to go, but Elliott puts back up, and it doesn't go either. That's a terrific break there for the Bulldogs. That's exactly what they needed. High percentage opportunity missed by the Tigers, and we'll see if they can take advantage here. Good steal there. Elliott and Scrutchin combined for that one. Kaysen came up with the scraps and handed it back to Scrutchin. Scrutchin has played every minute of this game alongside Samuels. They're slowing it down. Jackson with a steal, but it goes out of bounds. Off his own hand. So now Malone and McClellan check back into the game for Morgan and Butt. I think the player to keep your eye on as we close out this game is going to be Max Elliott. He didn't get a lot of action in the third quarter, likely resting him up. Down low, getting some rebounds and some three-point attempts, potentially getting defensive rebounds against the big man Cooper. He's going to be the guy, number 24 in white, you want to keep your eye on. Anderson kicks it out to Kaysen. Scrutchin now driving. Comes back to Samuels. Elliott for three now. No good. Scrutchin, fought for a rebound. Foul's called on him, though. So each team has 6 fouls. Next foul will put both teams in the bonus.
Now the Bulldogs got a really nice break there with Max nor Josh able to score there. They were not quite able to convert that, but those are the kinds of opportunities that USN will be creating in these final minutes. They're gonna really look down low for Max, like you said, and they're gonna be getting higher probability shots to really keep them in this game.
I don't know if you guys heard, but breaking their huddle, the Tigers just said finish on 3, and I really like that because last game against Middle Tennessee Christian, Scrutchin was telling me that one of the biggest takeaways he had was that they know how to finish games now. They know how to close games out, and that was a problem they said they were trying to address in the offseason, is closing games out when they know they can win, finishing the job. They've done it twice this week. We'll see if they can do it again here against Columbia Academy. Foul called on Elliott, and now it'll be a 1-and-1 for Griffin Cooper. We'll see what kind of free throw shooter he is now. Three substitutions here. Max Elliott comes out for Russ Petty, Austin Kaysen for Harrison Fitzgibbon, and Mahoney Donick for Khalil Anderson. First free throw is good, so we'll get the 2-1. Second one is good. He's effective in the paint, and he's also effective from the charity stripe. Petty now. They left him the space. He takes advantage and knocks it down. Petty giving the Tigers just what they need. 10-point lead now. They challenged him. They said, go ahead and take that 3. He said, you bet I will. Jackson fadeaway 3 or 2. No good. Tigers will slow it down here with 4:20 left in the game. Tigers just need to maintain this lead. They just need to keep it simple, limit mistakes, and they have this one. It's not to say there's not more work to be done, but if the Tigers just play their game like they know they can come away victorious. Fitzgibbon now. Tried to find Scrutchin, but it's stolen on McClellan. McClellan with his lime green shoes looking like a play. That 2-pointer is no good. Rebounded. And then here comes sorry, that was Brown gets a long three. And the big three-point shooter airballs it. You hate to do that if you're the Bulldogs. Now with 3:37 left in the game, another timeout has been called. This one by USN. They've got one left in the game.
Now, something that you might notice is that something you might be thinking about Russ Petty is that he might not be the most athletic-looking guy on the court, but something that he really has going for him is his basketball IQ. Right off of a huge three, he has the ball and he has the option to shoot it, but he looks to pass, just to make the extra pass, just to get more opportunities to score for the team. We love to see that from the senior.
And I know you didn't mean it this way, but Petty also, I mean, let's not discredit his athletic ability. He is still a pretty athletic player. You saw it there. He's been hustling all night. He's been making great passes. And right there, he pulls up for three, knocks it down. Like I said, the defense was challenging him to take it. He went right ahead and did it, and he was successful. So great plays there from the senior, showing why he has earned the minutes that he's getting on the court right now. Scrutchin defended by two Bulldogs. Petty's open. He's not hit that. Scrutchin driving. Gets into the lane, gets it stolen from him though. And almost a total mistake there from Morgan to give it up. Bulldogs needs the points quickly, and they get blocked. Samuels fights for that ball. It will go out of bounds. They rule it out of bounds on Samuels. I don't know that I agree with that one. Looks like Gavin Morgan handled it last. But I could be wrong. Fitzgibbon now leaving the game to make way for Clell Anderson. Jackson now cross court finds Morgan. Morgan into Cooper. Cooper blocked and foul is called. No, it's a jump ball. Rule a jump ball that will go the way of the Tigers. So now, with just under 3 minutes remaining, the Tigers hold a 10-point lead, and the Bulldogs haven't scored in a while. Bulldogs need to act quickly if they want to get the scoring going. And a few quick points from the Tigers could be the nail in the coffin here for Columbia Academy. That ball will go to the Bulldogs, though. That's not what USN wanted. Aiden, what do the Bulldogs need to do to pull off a big comeback here?
Now they've really got to put a stop to the USN shooting. USN's hot right now, so they need to close out more on defense and prevent more shots. What they are doing well, however, is they're keeping up intensive pressure on defense in other areas, like they're preventing lower shots, and I think they just need to expand that out to the perimeter, and then that'll give them a better advantage and a better chance of winning this game.
You know, for the Tigers, speaking about the shooting, you know, similarly to how in football running can set up the play action, being able to shoot effectively from the three-point line can really set up more opportunities to drive, make plays down low, which is something that several of the USN players can do effectively. We saw earlier in the game, Samuels and Scrutchin were driving effectively. Now, we haven't seen as much of it because Columbia Academy is defending it more. But if just about everyone on the court for USN is effective from beyond the three-point line, they're going to have to step up and defend. So if USN, if they can turn and burn, get by those defenders, it could create some serious problems for Columbia. And missing free throws at this juncture of the game is just not what you need at all for Columbia Academy. They've been given a few chances to get themselves back into it, and they are not taking them. Columbia Academy is in the double bonus, though, so next time they're fouled, they will get 2 free throws. They can definitely take advantage of that. That's a good way to get back into a game, is to draw fouls. You're going to need to be conscious of that on defense. Scrutchin pulls up for a lay-in, doesn't get it to go. Almost stayed with the Tigers, though, as Cooper mishandled that one on his way down. Nonick now. And that one will go to the Bulldogs. Donick doesn't agree with it at all. Nothing he can do about it, though. .153 left. Bulldogs need to act fast. Cooper, quick 2 points, and he'll get the chance to turn it into a 3-point play. Griffin Cooper to shoot 1 free throw. Free throw is good, he turns it into a 3-point play, so now it's just a 7-point deficit for Columbia Academy. It seems much more within reach now after those 3 points. Got to stop fouling for the Tigers. They have committed 10 fouls. Bulldogs are in the double bonus. They have to be aware of that on defense. They honestly can just try to hold the ball as long as possible, move it around, kill time with the ball, and then just be careful not to foul on defense, and they have this one. And Scretchen, and he takes that one in the lane, gets the foul call. It will be a shooting foul, and he'll get 2 free throws. It looked like he was just trying to waste time, but he saw an open lane to the hoop, and he took it. It's a good decision by him, and now he's got a chance to turn it into 2 points.
We've seen Scretchen become quite the playmaker today. He's made a lot of smart plays, and he's seeing the court really well tonight.
Free throw is good. And as the seconds tick off, it looks more and more likely USN will pull off the upset. Second free throw is good. It is a 9-point game. Nightmare scenario if you're the road Bulldogs. Crowd getting really involved here, making all kinds of noise. Now it dies down there, but Jackson mishandles it. Will stay with Columbia though. 1:05 left on the clock. USN fans don't look too happy about that. Here comes a long 2 and it's good. So the Dogs call timeout here. Tigers gonna need to hold on.
1 minute left in the game, Reed. We see the Tigers up by a pretty large margin. They could come back, and it's not impossible. But now the Tigers just have to focus on closing out this game, and I think that they're going to do a great job of that. They've really worked hard tonight. They fought really hard.
Yeah, when you look at this deficit, stranger things have happened than a 7-point comeback in the last minute. But it's pretty clear USN, they're going to start being fouled intentionally here. Whose hands do you want the ball in? I'm thinking it's got to be either Samuels or Scretchen. Aiden, if you're Coach Jones, who do you want getting these inbounds and going to the free throw line?
I want Samuels. He's been very consistent this game, and he's really been. Scretchen got the ball.
Scretchen going to waste some time here, see if he can draw a foul. Goes over to Samuels. Samuels over to Anderson. The Bulldogs are not going to foul here. Now they do get one on Kaysen, so Kaysen will get a 1-on-1. 45 seconds left on the clock. And Austin will shoot 1 with a chance to shoot 2. Drew Budd is way back in the backcourt. But Anderson is there to defend him on the chance that he had missed that shot. They would go cross or down the length of the court. He makes the free throw though. All 3 Tigers are back to defend here. And the second free throw is good. Ice cold from Austin Kaysen. 3-pointer, no good. And Kaysen gets the steal. He's fouled. He'll go to the free throw line again. He is fired up.
Now, if Austin hits these shots too, you can just call this game in the wraps.
It's desperation time if you're the Bulldogs. It is time to hit all the red panic buttons if he makes these. First free throw is good. 10-point lead with 34 seconds left. That one's no good though. Long shot up, no good. And a quick putback from Jackson. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. Shane, let me ask you, and I don't want to jinx anything for the future, but in this offseason, these Tigers were saying they wanted to win a state championship. And they were saying they know that to be the best, you got to beat the best. And I'm not saying that Columbia Academy is the best in the state, but they are one of the stronger opponents the Tigers are going to face this season. Do you think if they keep playing like this, a trip to Tennessee Tech's basketball gym to play in the state championship is on the horizon for the Tigers?
No, I don't think that's a dream too far out of reach for the Tigers. This team has been a very strong team. They've come together really well in these last few games, and this Columbia Bulldogs team is no team to scoff at. They 7-1 coming into this game. They really strong offensively and defensively, and tonight we were the better team. And I think the no goal was too high for these Tigers.
There's no good. We were talking about Skretchen or Samuels on his free throws, and here comes Kaysen, who stepped up. He's missed his last two, but he really put the Tigers in an advantageous position with his first couple free throws. 20 seconds left in the game. Layup, good. Another timeout will be called by the Bulldogs. 8-point deficit with 14.9 seconds left. Aiden, do you think the Bulldogs have a chance here?
No, it all comes down to a lot of smart timeouts, smart play calling, and that is not a goal that is unobtainable. We've all seen it happen before, but I'd say that favor is definitely in the hands of the Tigers.
No timeouts left for the Bulldogs. It would take probably 2 missed free throws and then lob the length of the court to get a three-pointer, and then some. Actually, it's a 6-point deficit now. My apologies. But it would take a lot. It would take a lot. And we don't want to count our chickens before they hatch, but the Tigers are in a great position with 14.9 seconds left. I feel like now, Kaysen has been the guy to go to for these free throws. He's missed 3 of his last 3. Do you want to try to get the ball to somebody else like Skretchen or Samuels to take these free throws now?
I think anybody on this team is a tough guy to foul. They're all pretty good at the free throw line, so I don't think there's anybody that would be a bad pick.
It's true. Inbound goes to Samuels. Samuels waits for foul. No, he sends it the length of the court. Not the length of the court, but down the court to Donick. Donick is fouled now, so an effective shooter from the three-point line is now going to try to be an effective shooter from the free throw line. So far, he's been good in his Tigers career from the charity stripe. We'll see if that can continue. 10.7 seconds left. First free throw up.
I'd like to correct what I just said. Mahoney is about the worst guy you want to foul in this situation.
Second free throw is good. And now desperation as Davenport puts up a 3. 2 missed by Cooper. Seconds tick off the clock, goes out of bounds. And Tigers clapping it up with 1.8 seconds left. Inbound will be for the Bulldogs. But that's the game. There's your upset. Tigers take down the mighty Bulldogs of Columbia Academy 59-51 in Sperling Gymnasium. What a fantastic evening here at USN. Austin, any final thoughts here from Sperling?
Well, I think that they played a really complete game. I'm really proud of the way these guys played. They fought hard. This is, like I said, this is no team to scoff at, and they really were the better team tonight. And this is some momentum that they're going to take into their future games. I'm proud of the boys, proud of the way they played. Thank you for having me tonight, Reed.
And Aiden, I do apologize. I just called you Austin. I just had Austin Kaysen so on my mind as he was knocking his free throws down late in this one. I apologize, Aiden Savona, for doing that to you. But
don't worry about it.
It's been great having you here in the booth. It's been a great evening to be a USN Tiger. Thank you once again for tuning in to USN Tigers action on USN Sports Network. We'll see you after the new year for some more Tigers basketball from Sperling Gymnasium. For Aiden Savona, my name is Reed Murray. We'll see you next time.